Hello and welcome back to Educate Call Snap channel. How ya doing? So today we're going to be finishing up the viewer games with this particular player. They have a different deck list. It's a little bit of an adjustment to the previous one. Still using Sera, still using Darkhawk. Just has a little bit more tools, a little bit more counterplay. So definitely want to go into that, how they pilot it. Hope you guys learned something, enjoy it. I'll see you in the next one. All right. So let's take a look at it. It's a Luke Cage deck with Basque, Luke Cage, Valkyrie. So he's a big fan of Darkhawk Sera. That's what it seems like. A lot of the decks he's been playing has that engine. But here he's running Basque Luke Cage as a finisher. Kind of interesting. Discarded the Absorbing Man, not too bad. Throne Room can be winnable with the Darkhawk. Not playing the Mysterio. He's not running a Hidden Monkey deck, so I'm down with just Tempo Mysterio, personally. Probably would have dropped that there. But we're not doing that. Going Goose. That should be okay. Yeah, Bishop can take that. Alright, so the reason why we're not tempoing the Bishop, the Mysterio, is because of the Bishop, which makes sense. We also have the Basque. Basque is fine. I don't know if we're playing anything here. Oh, he's thinking about tempoing the Mysterio. Okay. I don't know. I like the synergy to have 3 power on every lane. I think I would have been fine just holding on the Mysterio. I guess didn't really care too much. Also hope he didn't go Mysterio middle, right? Because he just needs to have, okay, yeah, he's going Mysterio right, okay. Seems solid here. And now we tempo the Sera, or are we not tempering the Sera? The opponent left. Wow, a lot of retreats. This might be just from the ranking or the MMR, but I've not seen this many retreats without a snap. People are just retreating for 1 cube all the time. No pressure anywhere. They're just leaving. You're also leaving. I'm just not used to this at all. People are just leaving. Just without any reasons to leave, they just leave. Very interesting there. We've got our Luke Cage now. I like the variant. We'll give you that. Sunspot here doesn't tell us too much. We have Lamaria, which doesn't give us a lot of information. We're just gonna tempo the Luke Cage on the Asgard, sure. Opponent's just passing, which makes sense with the Sunspot. We don't have Killmonger on this list, so we can't really easily take out that Sunspot there. We've got Grand Sentries waving us. Ooh. Wave on 3 always gives me some fears. I'm thinking Leader, Galactus, Doctor Doom. Those are the things that jump out to me. We're not contesting the Asgard lane. Do we not want to draw? I don't know. You're giving your opponent the free win on the Asgard. That's gonna make your Darkhawk quite unplayable. So you could definitely argue that you probably should have played Darkhawk into that lane so that you don't. Yeah, see now the opponent's very ahead. And I would not stay in. Here I'm definitely leaving. Okay. Yeah, you can't give him the 2 draws. Your whole deck is built around Darkhawk. It's not. Well, you have more answers now. Like you have Valkyrie as a win condition, but a lot of your composition's built around Darkhawk, and giving your opponent's draws is just a big no-no. His name is called Galactus. His name is called Galactus. You just hate to see it. Is there a way we can take advantage of Bar with no name? Not really, no. He's playing Bass. Bass Galactus is not something I'm familiar with, but as I think about it, I can see the logic, right, with Null and whatnot. But definitely doesn't look like a Galactus deck with the Angela pickup here. More Island. Okay, so are we going Bishop? Okay, we are going Bishop. Bishop into Rockslide, most likely. Opponent has his own Bishop. So yeah, alright, X-Mansion is going to determine a lot. Captain America is not that important. Invisible One's also arguably worse, so. We can go Rockslide here. Okay. Into Sera. something like that. Mysterio. Is that better than Rock Slide? I don't know. Iceman. Iceman on that lane. Maybe we have a Scarlet Witch? That's so very early to tell that you have a Scarlet Witch. Yeah, we can go Sera into Valkyrie Absorbing Man, which is pretty cool. Don't know if that's what we want to do, but it's something we can do. Iceman? Does he? I guess we have to be a little bit scared of the left lane now. Rocket Raccoon. Falcon. Ah, there it is. That makes sense. Okay. I was like very surprised. I don't think they run Darkhawk Valkyrie. I'm down with that. Right, Valkyrie here. The one downside with the Valkyrie, but I still think it's okay. Yeah, Valkyrie into Darkhawk. Okay, so you'll get one power. How much does the Galactus have in his hand? I think there's a good chance Darkhawk's better. But zoop. Oh, the Mystique. The Invisible Woman at the end. Oh, it's actually doing a lot. Oh wow. The Invisible Woman prevents the Valkyrie proc. So you lose out on all the denial. Oh my god. I still think you do lose though. No, he wouldn't have lost. Cause the bishop would not have gotten all those buffs. Wow. Invisible Woman from the clutch. I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't thinking about the Invisible Woman interaction. And I don't think Darkhawk would be enough anyways, right? So you needed to go double Valkyrie. So you made the right play, just forgot about the Invisible Woman interaction, where the Invisible Woman goes at the end of the turn and kind of protects your cards from being hit by that Valkyrie tech. So yeah, definitely cool. Because normally this play wins, right? Because you'll buff everything, and he'll lose so much power on that middle lane, right? He wouldn't have a Hit Monkey for 3. He wouldn't have the Rocket Raccoon for 6. All of that would go down to 3, right? And then you have the Captain America tech to have that extra 4 power. So it would have definitely worked out, but that Invisible Woman just gets you there. Very interesting win right there. Unlucky. I don't fault you for that loss there. Let's look at the next one. Hand's not great. I'm definitely noticing a pattern of not having the greatest hands early. I don't know if it's the deck or just our luck of the draw, but I guess you have Bass, Luke Cage, Zabu. Those are really your only cards because you don't want to play Mysterio that early until you've played your Bishop. So that one doesn't really count as an early game card. So they have 3 options in the early game, which isn't that much. And a lot of your cards are tech. Like you're not playing Mystique early, you're not playing Rogue early, you're not playing Absorbing Man early. So you just have a ton of tech, so it can just definitely get awkward. I do think Tempo Darkhawk is fine. Ooh. That's a bit risky. I think Tempo Darkhawk, because what's gonna happen is the Biofrost is gonna move to the right. Okay, so this is the only safe play. Oh, he would have hit you with the Super Scroll, and that would have definitely got him. So yeah, ends up going for the right play here, because if you go Darkhawk, he steals your Darkhawk value, and he wins that. So yeah, went for the safe line, gets rewarded there. Not a lot of good setups though. I guess you can go Sera somewhere. Maybe left, yeah. Left is fine. You can give him the right lane. It's gonna be so hard to win the right lane with the super scroll. Unless you run Rogue, which you do. So if you top deck Rogue, maybe. Oh, we're not playing Sera. Whoa. Okay, we're going double 3. I guess. Because you don't want to give the Sera to the super scroll. Yeah, I talked about this earlier. I completely almost forgot about that. Yeah, you don't want to give your opponent a free Sera proc. I agree with that. And maybe they're gonna lock down that lane or something. Yeah, just gonna lock down that lane. Okay, and then you just have to you have to win the left lane. How do you win the left lane? Just go Darkhawk Absorbing Man. Yeah, I guess you could go Darkhawk Luke Cage. Whoa, you can't play that in there. Oh yeah, Darkhawk Luke Cage left. Okay, so you're just gonna get the 3 power. I would fully contest the left lane. I really don't think they're going to be playing into the middle lane at all. So I definitely full contest on the left lane. Cosmo Kazar, which is really bad. Okay, the opponent was bluffing. Let me tell you. The opponent was straight bluffing. What they needed to do was a Professor X on the left side, right? I think the opponent could have won this. It's funny, right? I'm playing both sides, but yeah. Opponent just needed to Professor X on the left side. I don't think you can see which one is real, but I guess that's I guess you don't get to see which one is real. So he's thinking, oh, if I Professor X left and that's the real one, I get screwed. Which is reasonable. Which is that's a reasonable take. Okay. All right. I see the problem then. I do think he was pretty much guaranteed to win that right lane, even without doing the Professor X play. So I think the Professor X is just like a lot of investment into a lane you've already won. And I think maybe there was another line to have a better chance to win that. So I'm not rooting for the opponent. I'm just saying the opponent felt like the opponent had other options. Lamaria. Okay, here we have a 1-drop. I've been talking how the 1-drops aren't as good. Only downside is the Lamaria will not proc, so you have to wait an extra turn to get it to proc, which means that you can't like tempo out the Luke Cage. Oh, we're not playing the Bascon one. I don't like that. I don't see the appeal of it. Right. I guess the Luke Cage never gets buffed. I would just go. The Auror's weird now, right? Now it's awkward. So you don't get to play your bishop, right? If you just played Bascon 1, you get to play Rockslide here. You get to play Bishop last turn. You've lost out on the card. And the 3-power bishop is not worth it. So it could be Galactus middle. Most likely not. Probably just like a Doctor Doom or okay, it is Galactus middle. Never mind. The lizard is just a bait. The lizard's a bait. It's just Galactus. It's the final turn, huh? Yeah, you can't rogue anything, so you just have to go for this. I don't think null's enough, yeah. Okay. That was an interesting little game there. Galactus. I didn't like how it flowed, but he got the win. I didn't like how it flowed though. I think it could have been a little bit better. Opponent's also playing Basque. Okay. Definitely decks that run Bass these days, so it doesn't really tell us that much, but it does tell us that he's running some type of probably ongoing deck. Luke Cage, is this a mirror? Are we into a fancy mirror? Central Park, love Central Park. Oh, Mystique top deck. No, we're not doing that. Okay, I'll be quiet. Our hand's not super great. I've been saying that a lot, though. Yeah, it does look very close to a mirror so far. I guess we tempo the Darkhawk. It's not great though. You go Darkhawk into Mystique, Mysterio. Angela. Okay, it's not a mirror, but it's still pretty close. No, Rogue doesn't do anything. Who cares about Rogue? Just go Mystique, you know. It's just thinking about where to place it. I think placing on the right is fine. Mysterio middle's hard because it's hard to win that middle lane with Bishop in there. But maybe you can do it. It is possible. Sera, okay. The Sera plays down, and then he's just gonna pop off next turn. How do you deal with that? You have the priority, so you don't get to do anything. So yeah, we're just going Rock Slide middle. I guess for 2 cubes, it's fine. This is not the great like it looks like you lose for sure. So like you could say just retreat because it looks like you lose, but for 2 cubes, I guess it's fine. It just does not look that good. Probably, ooh yeah, the monkey. Yeah, no matter where you play the rock slide, it's just not enough. Definitely a retreat angle, but for 2 cubes, I'm not too against it. He's really fighting himself deciding whether to switch decks or not. Seems like it's hard for him to stick to a deck list. But he does have the same vibe of deck with the Darkhawk Sera engine, so. Quinjet on 1, probably. So far, that would make me think, ooh, you might think snapping just for the pressure. But so far, that would make me think Dino deck just from a Quinjet on 1. We're not playing Basque. Okay. Definitely, why is this Basque in here if it's bad half the time you draw it? Would be my question. Rock Slide is fine. I'd put Rock Slide on the right lane if you're gonna play Rock Slide. Put Rock Slide on the right lane, right? You have Crimson Cosmo. It's gonna be hard to contest that lane sometimes. Okay, whatever. Rock Slide on the left. Opponent's playing Zabu. Yeah, it feels like they're playing a Darkhawk Dino deck. Absorbing that on the right. That's fine. Okay, now the Basque is okay. Yeah, you've gotten out the Rock Slide out of your hand. No snapping though. Doesn't feel confident. I would. You have the Rogue. Rogue is really good into this matchup. The problem is the opponent's playing a ton of ongoings as well, right? So even if they go like anywhere, you might not get that value. So you can go. We're roguing now. I wouldn't do that. You go Zabu Darkhawk here. Darkhawk right. Zabu left maybe. No, I don't like this. No, I don't like this play. Why? Ooh, no. The rogue is how you win this matchup. Who cares about stealing his Quintet? It's so useless to you. I guess it's fine because he moongrowed. Right, but I don't know if we win anymore. He just has to go Mystique middle, and he is over. You want to steal the you really wanted to steal the Mystique that he's playing, or the second Dino in the middle that he's playing, right? So let's say we go. I know I'm not seeing the rest of the game, but let's say we go Zabu left, Darkhawk right. He's gonna win the right lane, and he's gonna win the middle lane. So you don't have priority. Then you can go Rogue middle in the final turn. Most likely he's not gonna contest the left lane, and he'll play like Mystique or the second copy of the Dino in the middle or something to steal, and then you'll win the left and the middle lane. That'd be my idea here. But let's see what happens. Okay, so he goes Dino left. We won. We somehow won this. I don't know. Wait, how did we? We're 16 power. The Darkhawk's 16 power. Why is it 16? Oh, because we played a ton of rocks with the absorbing menu. Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, it still worked out, I guess. The other line I think was a bit cleaner, but it still worked out. I like my line better. I'm gonna be. This is like the perfect bass start. I would say. You got the Mysterio, the Bishop, and the Darkhawk. Seems fine. So we're not playing Mysterio. Right? Oh, we are? No. Are we? Yeah, we wait. Okay. Oh, no. It's a Galactus angle. It's a Galactus angle. You hate to see it. Do you even go Bishop left? Do you even go Bishop? I guess you still do. I guess you still do. Nova Mantis. Oh. That's okay. It's a destroyed deck? It's a destroyed deck, actually. Whoa, are we Darkhawking there? I don't know if I like that. I see the issue. No, I mean, is that the play? Yeah, I don't love that. I can see this play, even though it's not that great, but I can definitely see where he's coming from. Shang-Chi. Oh, right, there's Starlight Citadel. I completely did not read that. That's my bad. I think we're fine. Sera, right? You go Sera, right? And then you could go double Darkhawk on the last turn. He already played a Shang-Chi. You should be fine. Who's snapping? Are you snapping? I guess it's you, right? Ooh, oh, maybe it's your opponent. That's not too bad. Right, you get a second copy of Sera. And then you get the Rogue. Rogue doesn't do anything, though. You have priority, so the Valkyrie is not that good. It's not that good. You're just losing power. You just play Absorbing Man. No. You just play Absorbing Man. He would lose 1 power if he did that. Because the Sera are good on a 3, and he has priority, so you're just losing. So just play the Absorbing Man there. It's not that big of a deal. It's Z. This is a streamer. I know this person. Let's see how she does. Eternity range. It's not too important. Ooh, Kalmar. That could be interesting. Luke Cage left is fine. Right, you don't want to get the... Well, the rock might not even be bad, right? Because you can turn the rock into a 3 power card with the Valkyrie. So it actually might not be a bad play. Bishop right is fine. You're really hoping for a Korg. Oh, there's no Korg in this deck. Oh, I didn't even notice that. There's no Korg in this deck. We have a Luke Cage instead of a Korg. I guess so. Okay, the opponent's running Brood. Could be Patriot, could be Cerebro 3 or 2. Could be a number of decks, honestly. Could be Surfer. There's a lot of decks it could be. We're not playing Darkhawk, we're playing the Mysterio. Don't love that. Okay, now it's Patriot. I think you want to just tempo out the Darkhawk here, and then next you can go Mystique, Mysterio. So we're losing out on some potential plays, in my opinion. The opponent snapped, I'm assuming. See, normally we'd have a Mystique out here. If we did it normally, we just have an extra Mystique out. It looks like our opponent's going to go Patriot Mystique on the end. We have priority, so we can't even stop it. It's looking bad for us. Right, you just lose to Patriot Mystique immediately. Is there a way we can salvage this? If we didn't have priority, maybe. But it looks like we lost. We snapped too, so kind of unlucky. Yeah, not much you can do. Didn't draw the. We don't have that much. We only have the Rock Slide and the Absorbing Man synergy for the Darkhawk. That's why we don't see it happen that often, because there's only one card that the Darkhawk really synergizes with. The Luke Cage, I'm not really seeing the big appeal of the Luke Cage as well, just because a lot of first time Jeff. Hey, first time Jeff. Just because a lot of the times the Luke Cage is really only there for the Basque, but the Basque doesn't really happen too often. Ooh, so this is a control deck. Jeff Viper control list. So he got a really good location for that, unfortunately. I think Bishop middle is fine if you want to contest that middle lane. Though you can also go Valkyrie in the middle lane. That actually will catch people off guard. So I think that might actually be better. That's not good for you. That's not good. Yeah, it's not good for you. You maybe go Mysterio right. No? Oh. Well, I want to win the middle and the right lane. That's what I'm thinking. Opponent's snapping. It's fine. Oh, we're passing. We're doing nothing. Had some technical issues. We're back. Did look like he passed on turn 4, which I'm pretty surprised about. Definitely think there's a lot of options he could have done for that. So now I'm really wondering how he's going to recover by passing. Really don't understand the pass. Unless I'm missing something. It's going for the Zabu into Basque. And you just have turn 6. There's not much you can do turn 6 here. Not playing the Mysterio either. It's going to Temple the Rogue. Definitely not seeing it. Don't know what the opponent is thinking here. Right? So I was considering going Mysterio, right? And then you can go Valkyrie mid on this turn. And it would be very hard to contest that lane, I think, if you did it like that. You'd have a lot of power on the middle lane and the right lane. And then you just have to find something to do for the final turns. Maybe you do Absorbing Man or something like that, right? Like, definitely think there was maybe a line here that was a little bit cleaner, yeah. So now we take the loss. Definitely don't like the pass on the 4. Didn't see the play from his idea. It just didn't really make too much sense to me. Okay. This is definitely a hard deck to pilot. I want to say this is not the easiest list to play. It requires a lot of knowledge of what your opponent's doing and then what they're gonna play. It's a pretty hard, tough one. Sanctum is pretty bad for us. We have no way to contest that lane at all, so not a good start here. We do have that issue of there's not a lot of early game in our deck. Ooh, Gamma Lab is weird too. This already looks doomed. Wow, it already looks doomed, guys. He gets to play whatever he wants on Psylocke, on the Gamma Lab, and we're dead. We can't contest either lanes. Wow, he played nothing. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Okay, of course. Okay. I was like, what? He played nothing. Okay. That makes more sense. We do have Shang-Chi. No, there's no Shang-Chi in this deck. Oh. Wow, I didn't know that. There's no Shang-Chi. I guess Valkyries are Shang-Chi. Okay. Valkyries are Shang-Chi. We do have the Valkyrie here. I think Darkhawk was probably better on 4. Okay, so we are getting smacked with the Shang-Chi. Looks to be a death deck with the Yondu. How do we win this? We needed to have a Valkyrie set up, right? That's not enough though. This doesn't do anything. Yeah, yeah. Fortunately, they didn't snap or anything before playing the Shang-Chi, which I definitely think they should have, but not particularly crazy there. Looks like we're moving back again to a little bit of another list. Or not. Nope, not we are it's basically the same list, honestly. There's no Absorbing Man anymore. We're running Killmonger again in Cosmo. The peak's pretty good for us, actually, really good for us. This is definitely a snapping consideration. Oh, we are gonna snap, okay. Or at least we're gonna consider it. But he hit a Wong. Ooh. But we have the Rogue. Oh, he's thinking about it. Okay, so we can Rogue him. Yeah, I'm down for this. And we're just gonna hold everything. That's fair. Mystique, okay. A little bit scary, actually. But we have one too. How do we take advantage of this? No, you want to hold the Darkhawk. Are we just gonna kill Killmonger? It's not great, but fine. Whatever. No reason to play the Rock, personally, I think, in this scenario. Ugh. You just pass here? You just pass here, right? And hope you top deck Mystique. Well, we're gonna be playing the Darkhawk? Why? No. Why though? Ugh. Yeah, now it's not great. Yeah, not. I don't know what we're doing here. We're still playing this out. Okay. All right, yeah, that was not the greatest setup. I can feel the frustration in terms of wanting to switch decks just to kind of have something new to work with. It just doesn't really feel like it's really synergizing all too well. I think here is where we'll end it for this particular player. Definitely some interesting ideas with his deck list and the way some of the piling errors. Definitely think some understanding of matchups could be improved overall here, and a little bit not that much punishing or snapping scenarios from both players, right? Just the people he's playing against didn't really punish him in terms of snapping, and he didn't really punish in terms of snapping. People would leave even when no one had snapped, which is very rare to me. So definitely some things to look over. But overall, ideas were fine. Deck is fine overall. So makes sense in this bracket of players. So I saw a lot of rogue usage that made sense or could have been done well. So yeah, definitely an interesting one. We'll end from here. Hopefully there'll be more showcases, more players to review. But overall, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of the day. I'll see you in the next one.
Educated calling snap. Once you watch him, you won't go back. He'll teach you to marvel snap. Your skill